Hello, friends, and thank you as always for visiting the Legend Sports Universe YouTube channel, Legend Sports Universe, where legends play forever. Year 4 of the Franchise Stars Baseball League has turned to June. We're just past the FSBL rookie draft here for Year 4. We'll talk about that during the broadcast. But here we have the Baltimore Orioles visiting the Cleveland Indians. The Indians, three-time AL Central champions. They have struggled out of the gate this year, and they have been struggling to dig their way out of it. These two teams have split the first two games of this three-game set. The Orioles flew out of the gate with a red-hot April. They've cooled off a bit since then. They now find themselves a game out of the wild card spot. They're still a little bit above 500, a game above 500. They will try to solve Stan Coveleski today. Coveleski 2-6, a 3.84 earned run average in 13 starts. The record not measuring up to the solid, if unspectacular, ERA for Coveleski. The Indians' offense has struggled to get going. They've started to show some signs, but again, they have dug themselves a big hole here that they're going to try to find their way out of. Brian Roberts leads things off. He takes a breaking ball for strike one, and we're underway. There you see the Tribe, 26-40.
First pitch, 105.
The offense stunk to start the season. The pitching wasn't much better. The average, I believe, is now 13th, 12th or 13th in the American League. The team ERA is still above 4.3. So the Indians, those are better numbers than they had a few weeks ago. But again, they've just got a long, tough road ahead of them to get back into contention here. That one chopped down to third. Jose Ramirez has it. Throws to first. Roberts is turned aside, and we're underway. Your Orioles lineup: Roberts, Grich, and Williams. Murray, Stevens, and Machado. Blair, Shotton, and Dempsey. There you see Manny Machado, 252 on the season, but 287 over the last month. Stepping in here, the second baseman, Bobby Grich. Grich batting 285. Breaking ball there, misses outside. 13 homers, 31 RBIs for Grich. Over there. Coveleski had to be a spitball, actually. Down low, 1-1. Coveleski rocks and fires. First ball misses down and away. It's 2-1. Coveleski rocks and fires again. Smack down to first. Tomei has it. He'll take it to the bag himself, and there's 2 away.
Batting third, the left fielder.
So Coveleski sets aside the first 2 men to face him. That'll bring up Ken Williams, and Williams has had a fantastic first 2 months. 322, 18 homers, 36 RBIs. Third in the American League in OPS. Williams had been hitting in the 4-hole. They've moved him to the 3-hole, moved Eddie Murray to the 4-hole, and Williams crushes that one to right. That's going to hook foul. One offering, curveball there is fouled off, and he's ahead of Williams 0-2. And the Orioles only a game back of the wild card spot. Still a little early to talk about that. And a spitball down and away there. Williams swings and misses, and the side is retired. So a strong opening frame for Coveleski. We'll head to the bottom of the first here in Cleveland. Orioles nothing. Tribe coming up. On the hill for Baltimore, Mike Mussina. Mussina's been terrific. 8-3, a 3.31 earned run average in 13 starts so far this season. And Mussina is going to get some help in next year's rotation. We talked about the rookie draft just occurring. Both of these teams are going to add top-flight starters. It's Kenny Lofton steps in here. Lofton riding an 11-game hitting streak as he's finally started to wake up. He was hovering down around the Mendoza line a few weeks ago. Got that average up to 250. Jim Palmer will join the Orioles for year 5. Make a nice combination there with Mussina, while the Indians will add Bob Feller for year 5. Lofton puts this one out in the right field. There's a base hit. Cut off. I believe that was Blair. I got to see that. Blair should be. Something got messed up defensively there. Blair shouldn't be in right field. Paul Blair should be in center. Hold on 1 second. I don't know why that would be the case, but we'll fix that. Yeah, that's weird. I don't even know why that would have happened. Yeah, there we go. No harm, no foul. Make sure that that's set in the permanent lineup after this. Blair's always played center for them, so I'm not sure what transpired there. That maneuvered that around. Here's Napoleon Lajoie. Lajoie having his best season so far. Batting .332. And it's funny, we talked there when we saw the Indians early on in the season. I think it was actually even an opening day broadcast. And we talked about Lajoie being a guy who has been a very solid player. He's been a couple-time All-Star for the Indians. But as good as the Indians have been through the first 3 years, there's always kind of been a feeling that Lajoie had one more gear that he hadn't quite gotten to as of yet. So it's somewhat ironic, I guess, that here in year 4, Lajoie has broken out, is having his best season, and the rest of the Indians have struggled. And they're having their worst season to this point. Still plenty of time left, though. The Indians haven't shown signs of panic as of yet. Lajoie hits this one out to right. Bert Schotten is there, puts it away for out number 1.
Batting third.
Your Indians lineup: Lofton, Lajoie, Manny Ramirez, Tome, Doby, Jose Ramirez, Martinez, Brantley, and Chapman. There you see Cleveland, a .313 on-base percentage, 10th in the American League through the first 2 months and change. Here's Manny. Manny had shown a few signs of breaking out, but still hasn't really been able to flip the switch. .233 for Manny Ramirez. Pitch out there, Lofton not going. Mussina delivers. Fastball in for a called strike. Here's the Manny for his career, a .924 OPS. He has been stellar through the first 3 years of the FSBL. Runner goes, pitch out. Dempsey throws down to second, not going to get him. Stolen base for Kenny Lofton. Despite the pitch out, Lofton gets a great jump there. Nothing really wrong with Dempsey's throw. That's just speed taking the bag. Number 17 on the season for Lofton. Lofton, who led all of baseball in year 3, taking the throne from Ricky Henderson, who led it each of the first 2 years. There's Jim Thome waiting on deck. Last time we saw the Indians a few weeks ago, they had a rousing 9th inning comeback walk-off win against the White Sox. Thought that might be able to spur them. Start a turnaround, but it hasn't quite worked out that way. Ground ball to short from Manny. Picked on the backhand by Stevens. Throws over to first. There's 2 away.
Batting fourth.
So that'll bring up Tome with a run on second.
Number 25.
Tome 232. 12 homers, 27 runs batted in. Breaking ball, Tome fouls it off. Mussina deals. Sinker misses. He swung on and missed, I should say, down and away. Mussina ahead of Tome 0-2. Ball misses down low. Yeah, on the set. Slivers, cutter misses inside. It's 2-2. There, misses down low. So the count goes full. Mussina working the Tome. The pitch misses down low for ball 4. So Mussina walks Tome, first and second, 2 down. That'll bring up Larry Dolby, another hitter, struggling, batting .230. It has been a collective struggle for the Indians, with the exception of Lodgeway, through the first 2+ months of the season. Dolby .230, 13 homers, 29 ribbies. This Indians team is absolutely capable of running off a 10-game winning streak and flipping the script. But again, with the Tigers having played as well as they have played atop the division, Cleveland has come from behind to take this division each of the first 3 years. But those were smaller gaps than what the Tigers had opened up to start off this season. And the Tigers' pitching has just been so good. They are not going away. They have weathered the loss of Al Kaline to injury over the past month or so. Now, they've cooled down a little bit, but they've not gone in the tank after losing their best offensive player. Now Kaline is expected back in the next 2 to 3 weeks. Curveball there, misses down and in. Full count. So Mussina, it's not coming easily for him here in the bottom of the first. This will be pitch number 24. Jose Ramirez waits on deck, another 3-2 count. Mussina deals fastball in there, called strike 3. Cutter up in the zone, but that was a strike, and Dolby knew it. And Mussina gets out of the jam. Indians strand 2. We head to the top of 2. Here in Cleveland, Orioles nothing, Indians nothing. Here's Eddie Murray. Murray got off to a very hot start. He's cooled off a bit. 266. 14 homers, 38 runs batted in for Murray. Coveleski needed only 10 pitches to get through the first. Spitball misses down and away. Murray, 121 career homers. Been a consistent 30-homer guy. For the first 3 years. Rounds this one to third, right at Ramirez. Throws over to Tome. There's one away.
That is it. The shortstop, Stevens.
So that'll bring up Vern Stevens. Stevens, 281. He struggled on the road, though, batting .339. At home, only .221 on the road so far. 13 homers, 32 ribbies for Stevens. Has become the everyday shortstop here in Baltimore. Spitter misses away. Another one misses away. 2-0. Coveleski rocks and fires. Long on and miss. Breaking ball grounded to short. Right at Chapman. Not hit hard, but Chapman will have time. throws him out. Here's 2 away.
Batting 6, the third baseman, Manny Machado.
So that'll bring up Machado. Machado, 252, 11 homers, 35 RBIs. Again, Machado just ice cold for the first 6 weeks or so of the season. He's heated up now. He's hit 287 over the past month to get that average up to 252. First pitch swinging here, bounces it to second. Lodgeway has it, and an easy inning there for Coveleski. So the Orioles go down in order in the top half. We'll head to the bottom of 2. Ramirez, Martinez, and Brantley coming up for the Indians. We're scoreless. Here's Jose Ramirez, 254, 10 homers, 29 runs batted in.
Jose Ramirez.
Mussina, first pitch. Sinker's in there for a called strike. Mussina needed 24 pitches to get through the first inning. He left 2 men on. Oxen fires here. Sinker swung on and missed. He's ahead 0-2. Deals again. Sinker away. Ramirez gets a piece and fouls it off. That one's grounded to second, right at Rich. He has it for first, and there's 1 away.
Batting 7, the catcher, Victor.
That'll bring up the switch hitting catcher, Victor Martinez. Martinez batting 276, a homer, 5 RBIs. Again, Vmart also struggled early on in the year. He was losing some playing time. He got the average back up to 276, playing a little bit more like himself. Makes the sinker there for a strike at the knees. We'll see there a huge trade coming down the pike yesterday. Chopped to short here. Vern Stevens throws over to first. Gets Martinez for the second out. The Pittsburgh Pirates, with a deal with the Oakland A's, have acquired rookie reliever Dennis Eckersley. They traded Smokey Burgess and a minor leaguer to bring Eckersley over. A bit of a surprising move. We'll kind of break the fourth wall here for one thing. So, by the nature of this, I have the ability to control rosters for the teams, but I have all the trading stuff on AI. Basically, everything is done on AI. But I do kind of hold on to the ability to be able to overrule something. I have certain parameters for trades for things that I won't allow to happen. I don't allow new rookies to be traded before they've ever played a game. That basically amounts to trading a draft pick, and I don't like doing that. But I also, if you trade, my other main parameter is if you trade a guy who is your top-rated guy at a position, you have to get back a guy who is either an A prospect or would be your top-rated guy at another position. And those are my only set parameters for trade. So it lets me overrule some things, but it does leave a door open for an occasional bad trade. The trading AI in MLB The Show is solid, not great. Most deals make sense here as you see Paul Blair step in, open up the top of the third. You can make an argument for most of the deals. This one, it doesn't meet the parameters that I would put in place to block something. And the real reason for that is because Eckersley hasn't peaked in his development yet. So Eckersley being a rookie, he's not the top-rated reliever on the A's. The A's have also gotten no output from catcher this year. Smokey Burgess is having a very nice season for the Pirates, but the Pirates have struggled a little bit in the bullpen, particularly their closer, who's been so good for the first 3 years. Felipe Vasquez has struggled this year with an ERA near 5. The Pirates also have another solid catcher in Manny Sanguin. They also, in the rookie draft, just picked up a very solid defensive catcher, as our good friend Dino Citernally and I had discussed, in George Gibson. So they had some depth to deal with from there. So that you can make an argument. Now, again, if you're also dealing with it, you kind of put the names off to the side a little bit. You know, we all know the reliever, the Hall of Famer that Dennis Eckersley became. But he's not that yet in the context of this league. In the context of this league, he's a very promising rookie who's being traded from a team that has a surplus of pitching in the A's. They have a closer in Raleigh Fingers who has saved 45-plus games for the first 3 years of the FSBL. So they have flexibility. They have enough strong relief work that they can deal Eckersley to get somebody to fill a void. Again, not having gotten anything at catcher, Burgess is off to a good start. Burgess is also a rookie. So in that context, the trade meets acceptable parameters. Is it a trade I would have made? Obviously, no. I wouldn't trade Dennis Eckersley for Smokey Burgess if you're just saying, hey, I know what these guys are. I know what these guys become. Smokey Burgess was a very solid player. He wasn't Dennis Eckersley. But in the context of career mode, franchise mode here, where they are in their careers, where their teams are, it fits the parameters of a trade that was acceptable. So the Pirates greatly bolstered their bullpen by getting Eckersley. Manny Sanguin will go back to playing every day instead of platooning. And Sanguin has performed very well for the Pirates for the first 3 years. And the A's fill a void at catcher, because Wally Shank has just not produced after having a down year last year as well. And they'll insert Burgess in there to be their starting catcher. Speaking of catchers, here's Rick Dempsey. The count is 2-1 with one out here in the top of the third. Breaking ball there, swung on and missed. It gets away from Martinez, though, and the runner will take second. So the strikeout holds. Second strikeout for Coveleski. Shot and moves up to second. Order turns over. Here's Brian Roberts. Roberts grounded out his first time up. Spitball is in there for a called strike. Line the other way, but right at Ramirez, who snares the liner, and the side is retired. So the Orioles strand a pair, strand one rather, on second, as we head to the bottom of the third. Orioles and Tribes still scoreless here in Cleveland. Chapman, Lofton, and Lajoie due up. Here's Ray Chapman. Chapman batting .290. 6 homers, 20 runs batted in on the season. He'll step in to face Mussina. Mussina needed 24 pitches to get through the first, got through the second with an 11-pitch inning. Certainly much preferred. Chapman goes after the first pitch, lines this one to right field. That's going to be extra bases. That's going to the wall, shot and plays it well, but Chapman runs pretty well. He'll get into second with an easy double to lead off the bottom of the third. 14th double of the season so far for Ray Chapman. Chapman, a down season a year ago. Rebounded nicely here in year 4. So here's Kenny Lofton. Pickoff throw to second. Runner gets back in. Ground ball. Ranging to his left. Rich on the outfield grass. Makes the play. He gets Lofton. Runner moves up to third. Almost not hit that hard.
Number 0.
Rich got over there, got rid of it quickly. But Boston may have struggled a little bit to get out of the box. One down. Here's Lodgeway. He flew out his first time up. Mussina deals fastball in for a called strike. Classified as a sinker. Didn't look like it really moved very much. 0-1 the count. Pitch down in the dirt. It's blocked there by Dempsey. The runner locked at third. That one's shot foul. One and two the count. Butter is fouled up. Mussina delivers. Lodgeway dumps one out on the right. Long run for shot, and it's going to fall in front of him, and that's going to be a base hit. Chapman got a great break on that ball. He comes around to score. It's an RBI single for Napoleon Lodgeway, and the Indians have taken a 1-0 lead. Sinker inside. Lodgeway fights it off the other way. And the inside out's that one. So one down, man on first. Here's Manny Ramirez. Ramirez is 0 for 1. Cutter there, called outside. And he grounded out his first time up. We're in June. Willie Mays still hitting over 400. 403 for the Giants. Sinker is in there for a called strike. It's 1-1. This is inside. And he pulls that one foul. It's 2-2. That ball's hit as a tracer out to left at the wall. Leaping, it's out of here. 2-run shot. Manny Ramirez, his 12th of the season. A laser beam over the wall and left. And the Indians extend their lead. It's 3-0 Cleveland. So Manny likes being in primetime. He homered in our last Indians broadcast as well. In a down season, so far, Manny continues to perform when the bright lights are on. Williams went back on it, gave a leap, couldn't snag it. 1 out, bases empty. Here's Tolman. Sinker misses away. He walked his first time up. Ball to short. Picked by Stevens. Throws over to first, and there's 2 away.
Now batting, number 14.
Here's Larry Doby. Doby struck out his first time up. Cutter misses down low. 22 career home runs for Larry Doby. Sinker is in there for a called strike. Here's another called strike. It goes to 1-2. That one's hit pretty well to left, but Williams is there. Puts it away. And the side is retired. But Manny Ramirez goes deep for the Tribe. 2-run shot. We head to the top of the fourth in Cleveland. It's 3-0 Indians. So here's Bobby Grich to lead off the top of the fourth. Grich 2 for 7 so far in the series, and the teams have split the first 2 games of this 3-game set. Grich grounded out his first time up. Curveball from Coveleski misses inside. Curveball misses down and away. It's 2-0. Roster move, the Yankees deciding that they are unwilling to deal with the continued struggles of Carl Crawford, have sent Crawford down to the minors. Brett Gardner gets the call up. For New York, the Yankees in first place. The Yankees are playing great. Crawford still batting under 200 as the calendar turned to June. The Yankees decided enough was enough of that. Crawford, of course, who was such a big part of the Yankees' success a year ago. And the Yankees made it to the ALCS last season before falling in 7 games to the A's. Rich hits this one out to right pretty well, but it'll stay in the yard. Doby is there. Hey, now see, they've got the same thing going. What happened? Lofton isn't right. Lofton should not be in right. Doby should be in right. Lofton should be in center. I gotta give a check. Why that? Why that happened to their lineup? Those guys have always played center and right for years. So that happened to both teams. I gotta give a look. After the game, make sure nothing is screwed up. 1-0 the count. Here to Williams. Spitball there. He's in for a called strike. One offering from Coveleski. Another spitball down low. Williams tries to hold up unsuccessfully. The count goes to 1-2. Spitball misses down and in. 2-2 offering. Chopped up the middle. Lodgeway ranges to his right on the backhand. Quick release gets him. Nicely done by Napoleon Lodgeway. And there's 2 away here in the top of the fourth. So 2 down. Here's Murray. He's 0 for 1. Grounded out his first time up. Ball in for strike 1. Ground ball to second. Lodgeway is there. Routine play. Sets him aside. So Coveleski throwing a very nice game to this point. We head to the bottom of the fourth in Cleveland. It's 3-0 Indians. Here's Jose Ramirez. Ramirez 0 for 1. Grounded out in the second.
The third baseman, Jose Ramirez.
Good sinker from Mussina is called strike at the knee. That one down the right field line, hooking foul. Ramirez turned nicely on that one. but it just ends up being a strike. Chop it back to the mound. Mussina, fine fielding pitcher, has that one. And there's one away.
The catcher, number 41, Victor Martinez.
Here's Victor Martinez. He's 0 for 1. Grounded out his first time up. That one was a called strike. Cold foul. So Mussina again ahead here. 0-2. Misses down low. Well, looped out to right field, coming on his shot, and he's going to play it cautiously on the hop. So it's a dunk base hit for Martinez. One out single. Oh, got him in on the hands. Shot pulls up on that ball. Here's Michael Brantley. Brantley is 0 for 1. Runner goes. Throw down to second from Dempsey, and they got him. Oh, my goodness. Hit and run attempt with Victor Martinez. Martinez, not fast. Indians trying to sneak one past there. But pitch down in the dirt, nothing that Brantley could do. And at that point, Martinez was dead to rights. 2 down, 0-1 the count. Brantley fouls it off. That was either a sneaky hit and run attempt or Victor Martinez completely blew a sign. Rounded to short. Picked by Stevens in the dirt, but Murray digs it out nicely at first. And the side is retired. So down go the Tribe. We'll head to the top of the 5th. Indians still lead it 3-0. Stevens, Machado, and Blair 2 up for Baltimore. Here's Vern Stevens. He's 0 for 1. He grounded out his first time up.
The shortstop, Vern Stevens.
And Coveleski has been terrific so far. 42 pitches through 4. He's allowed nothing. Fields. Looks foul back. Pulled down to third. Nice play by Ramirez on the backhand. Long throw across the diamond. But plenty of time to get Stevens. And there's one away.
Now batting, third baseman, Manny Machado.
Here's Manny Machado. Machado grounded out his first time. Misses, it's 1-0. That one's pulled. That one gets past Ramirez. Down the line. That's a fair ball. It's a base hit. Brantley gets to it quickly. Runner takes the turn at first, but holds. It'll be a 1-out single. So Machado is on. Only the second hit allowed by Coveleski. Here's Paul Blair. Blair got off to a scorching start this year. He's cooled off a bit. Third ball there, misses down low. On and 0 the count. Ball, This is outside, 2-0. Curveball misses inside. 3-0 the count. Bert Schotten waits on deck. Curveball misses down and in for ball 4. So Machado trots down to second. First and second, 1 out for Schotten. Rounded out his first time up. Coveleski gets the sign from Martinez. Ball misses down and in. Pitch, ground ball down to first. Thome has it. Goes to second for 1. Throw pulls him off the bag and everybody's safe. It's a throwing error on Jim Thome. Chapman tried to keep the bag but was unable to. And now the bases are loaded. Ball was not hit hard. Chapman tried to stay on the bag there, but Thome pulled him well off. So now here's Rick Dempsey. Bases loaded, 1 out. Top of the 5th, 3-0 Indians. Curveball misses away. Suddenly the curveball is... Coveleski's having a bit of a harder time locating that pitch. You can double up Dempsey if you can get him to put one on the ground here. Fastball is in for a called strike. 22 with runners in scoring position for Dempsey. Fastball misses down and in. One pitch. Spitter misses down low. 3-1 the count. So no room at the end here. Dempsey should get a pitch he can hit. Brian Roberts waits on deck. Coveleski takes a peek at the runners. Size deep way and delivers. Dempsey fouls this one off. And the count will go full. Big pitch coming here from Stan Coveleski to Rick Dempsey. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball tapped up the third base line. It's going to go foul. Ramirez touches it up. And we'll get another crack at it. Coveleski sets again. 3-2 pitch. Dempsey fouls another one off. See what Coveleski goes to here. Another 3-2 offering. Misses outside, ball 4. Rick Dempsey draws the walk. Coveleski walks in a run, and it's now 3-1 Cleveland. Here's Brian Roberts. Roberts is 0 for 2. He is lined out and grounded out. Pitch of the inning for Coveleski. This is outside. Breaking ball has seemingly deserted him suddenly here in the 5th. Roberts pops it up. Infield fly rule is in effect. Chapman puts it away, and a big second out there for Stan Coveleski.
The batter, number 3.
So that'll bring up Bobby Grich. Grich is 0 for 2. He is flown out and grounded out. 3-1 Indians, top of the 5th. The bases are loaded for the Orioles. 2 men down. Rich grounds it to first. That pitch was out of the zone. Rich chased it, nubbed it down to Tome, who takes it to the bag, and Coveleski minimizes the damage. We are midway through in Cleveland. 3-1 Indians. Chapman, Lofton, and Lajoie. 2 up. So the error from Tome makes things more difficult there for Coveleski, but he gets out of it with only 1 run allowed. Ollie the Bernadoodle. He's in the booth. Cutter there is in for a called strike from Mussina. Is down and away. Line to first. Oh, diving snag. Nicely done by Eddie Murray.
Now batting.
That ball was scorched down to first, but Murray lays out and makes the grab. Terrific play from Eddie Murray. That's worthy of a replay, I think. Slicing liner away from Murray, who lays out and makes the grab. Nicely done. Always liked Eddie Murray. 1 down. Here's Lofton. Lofton's 1 for 2. That ball misses inside. Deals. Cutter misses down and in. It's 2-0. Out of town scoreboard. Brewers lead the Blue Jays 3-0 in Toronto in the 5th. Felipe Alou has driven in a pair from Milwaukee. The White Sox over the Yankees 1-0 in the 2nd in Chicago. Shoeless Joe Jackson has hit his 16th home run of the year in that one. Tigers over the Angels 1-0 in the 5th in Detroit. Brandon Inge has hit his 2nd home run of the year. Rangers and Royals scoreless in Kansas City in the 2nd. Mike Minor and Zach Greinke, the pitching matchup there. Red Sox lead the Twins 2-0 in Minnesota in the 2nd. Kevin Youkilis has an RBI in that game for the Sox. Rays over the Astros 1-0 in the 2nd in Houston. Evan Longoria has hit his 9th for Tampa Bay. Braves lead the Dodgers 6-3 in Atlanta. We will get back to the scoreboard there as the side is retired here. Lajoie scalds one, but Machado makes the pick. So defense helps Mussina there in the bottom of the 5th. We head to the 6th, still 3-1 Indians. In steps Ken Williams. There you see the Braves and Dodgers. That game is in the 5th. Wally Berger is homered. Bob Horner has also homered in that game for the Braves. Marlins lead the Cardinals 5-2 in Florida. Hanley Ramirez is homered for the Marlins. Cubs lead the Mets 4-3 in the 5th at Shea. Bill Nicholson, the rookie, his 17th home run of the season. Darryl Strawberry, his 16th home run of the season for the Mets. Pirates over the Reds 3-0 at Crosley Field in Cincinnati. Jake Stenzel is homered for Pittsburgh. Giants and Rockies yet to get underway out in Colorado. Joe McGinnity and Rudy De La Rosa, the pitching matchup there. Phillies and A's in a good clash out in Oakland. Possible World Series preview. Obviously, lots of time to go until then. Expos and Mariners. They will battle later on in Seattle. Steve Rogers and Freddie Garcia. Pitching matchup there. And Eddie Murray unloads. Deep shot to left, and it's a 1-run ball game. So Murray jumps on that one from Coveleski, trying to work him away. Murray goes with it and deposits it into the seats. 15th home run of the year from Murray. And it's now a 3-2 ball game. Murray doing a little bat check there. So Murray unloads. He knew that one off the bat. That ball cleared by a bit, despite going into the gap in left center. Good poke there from Murray. 3-2 ball game. Here's Vern Stevens. Stevens is 0 for 2. Spitball at the knees for strike one. Stevens is grounded out twice. Again, for the old-timer pitchers who threw a spitball, use the splitter just because it's the best replication of the movement. Obviously, the spitball is not a pitch you can assign somebody in MLB The Show. And pitchers from before 2003 use the Nyer James Guide to Pitchers, a terrific book. If you are anybody who's involved in just reading about pitchers or particularly roster development, anything from 2003 onward, I go with data from Fangraphs. Stevens in the hole. There's a base hit in the left. So a one-out single for Vern Stevens. The guy to think we're going to start seeing some bullpen action for Cleveland. Coveleski cruised through the first four. Got into trouble, allowed a run in the fifth. Now after the Murray home run here, in the sixth, Vern Stevens has singled to put the tying run on base. Here's Machado. He's 1 for 2. Breaking ball, swung on and missed. Manny singled, scored a run. Ball there, misses away. One and one, the count. Rescue deals. That one's pulled down to third. Ramirez on the backhand, goes to second for one, on to first. 5-4-3 double play, and the side is retired. Nicely started by Jose Ramirez. Nice turn from Lodgeway. But Murray goes deep to get the Orioles closer. Bottom of the sixth here in Cleveland. It's 3-2 Indians. Here's Manny Ramirez. Ramirez 1 for 2.
Leading off for Cleveland, the designated hitter.
Two-run jack back in the third. Indians trying to get Manny on track. The Indians are going to make a rally in the division, at least for a postseason berth. Manny's going to be a big part of that. He fouled this one off. This is inside, 1-1. Fastball misses outside, 2-1. Pirates blown it up 7-0 on the Reds. Reds have been playing very good baseball as of late. Louis Stargell, his 20th home run of the year for Pittsburgh. Cutter misses up and in. And it's 3-1. Jim Thome waits on deck. It's an overcast day, but no rain here. Curveball just inside for ball 4. And that's going to be it for Mussina. A little bit surprising there. But the Orioles are going to go to the bullpen fairly quickly in this one. Mussina doesn't look like he's thrilled with that decision. He walks off the mound rather unexpressively. Here's Zach Britton. Britton has made 15 appearances this year. 2-1, a 3.86 earned run average. And the Indians do have a very lefty-heavy lineup. Starting here with this man, Jim Thome. Thome is 0 for 1. He's also walked. Also made a costly error in the field. String of lefties due up here. Back up the middle for Thome. That's a base hit. It gets through. Manny will hold at second. Blair gets it in quickly. Thought they might have a shot at that one. Didn't look like it was that hard hit. But in the words of the great Ernie Harwell, that ball had eyes. First and second. Here's Larry Doby. Doby is 0 for 2. Popped it up. In foul ground, so the infield fly rule is not in effect there because of the foul pop-up, but Machado puts it away. And there's one down.
Now batting, the third baseman, Jose Ramirez.
Here's Jose Ramirez. Ramirez is 0 for 2, a pair of groundouts. So Britton was really brought on to deal with Tome and Doby. But Jose Ramirez, a switch hitter. Fastball is in there for a called strike. Deals. Misses down and away. Mike Remlinger, the lefty, Clay Carroll, the righty, warming up in the Orioles bullpen. Change up, misses outside, 2-1. One ground at the short. This could be 2, 6, 4, 3. Double play, side retired. So Britton comes on in relief of Mussina, gets through the 6th. We'll head to the top of 7 here in Cleveland. Good one going. Indians 3, Orioles 2. Here's Paul Blair. Stan Coveleski will start the 7th.
The center fielder.
He's at 74 pitches. The 7th, I'll start poking around with possible bullpen. Oh, they do have action going. Okay, that's what I wanted to check. Indians have a righty and a lefty throwing out in the bullpen. Spitball swung on and missed. Judy Gans, the lefty. Paul Shuey, the righty. And just starting the throw here for Cleveland. 0-2 the count. Coveleski deals. That one's a dunker. Out. Shallow left field. Chapman goes out. Puts it away for out number 1. Good job there by Ray Chapman. Here's Bert Schott, and he's 0 for 2. That one shot down the left field line, but slicing foul. Ball is in there for a call and strike. It's 0-2. That one missed. Ground ball to second. Lodge away has it. Gobbles it up. Throws the first, and there's 2 away.
Now batting, number 24.
So that'll bring up Rick Dempsey. Dempsey walked to drive in a run his last time. Dempsey was swinging a great bat early in the season. He's down to 218 now. Third ball in for a call and strike. Ball there down in the dirt. 1-1. Foul off. 1-2 pitch from Coveleski. Gets him chasing down in the dirt. Dempsey goes after a bad pitch, and a great inning there from Coveleski, but looked a little bit shaky.
7-inning stretch.
Seventh inning stretch time here at Cleveland Stadium. Indians 3, Orioles 2. Martinez, Brantley, and Chapman due up for the try. Zach Britton needed only 6 pitches to get through the 6th, so he'll stay in here to open up the 7th. Against the switch hitting Victor Martinez. First pitch sinker is in for a called strike. Caught off in the right field. That's going to get down. It's another blue base hit for Victor Martinez. So Martinez has dunked a couple shots out there. First one from the left-hand side of the plate. Kind of fought one off that jammed him. This one jams him from the right side, and he still puts it out in the right field. All right, so now, if you're the Indians, you're looking for an insurance run here. Victor Martinez is incredibly slow. Use Andres Jimenez as a runner there.
Your attention, please.
Or Martinez at first as the Indians try to get an insurance run across. Lefty Brantley will let Britton work Brantley here. Then we'll kind of see what happens there because Lofton is 2 batters away. Might leave Britton on to work through Lofton and then go to a right. We'll see what happens here with Brantley. Slider misses away. Lou Gehrig is homered to get the Yankees on the board. His 20th of the season. It's 2-1 White Sox there in Chicago. Deals right down the middle. It's 1-1. This is inside, 2-1. This ball there is foul ball. Popped up behind the plate. Dempsey sheds the mask, says he's got it, and he does. Big pop out there for Zach Britton, 1 away. So yes, we will leave Britton in to deal with Chapman so that he can face Lofton too. And then if the inning is still going on at that point, I think Britton can come out and pull. Here's Chapman, 1 for 2, a double and a run scored. Chapman now batting .292. Good bounce back season for him after struggling a year ago. And this is down and away. Throw over to first. Jimenez dives back in. Jimenez hasn't shown any sign of trying to run as of yet. Ball at the knees. It's 1-1. Good curveball there from Britton, and the count goes to 1-2. One and two. Britton taking his time here before this pitch. Checks Jimenez. Delivers. Chapman pulls it foul. Fastball to sinker away, they call that. Chapman, regardless of what they called it, swings and misses at it. Another strikeout there. Down goes Chapman, 2 away. Order turns over, and Britton will face Kenny Lofton. Lofton is 1 for 3. Fastball right down the middle, strike 1. Lofton 4 for 11 in the series. Oh, the outside corner. Good work here from Britton. He's ahead of Lofton 0-2 now. Jimenez remains anchored to first. Here's the pitch. Lofton tied up, but he grounds it to the right-hand side. Tough play for Grich. Similar play to the last one, and he gets him again. Not hit hard, but Grich gets over, gets rid of it quickly. Lofton is retired, and so are the Indians. We head to the 8th here in Cleveland. Still 3-2 as the Tribe lead it.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please.
So Judy Gans, the left-hander, will open up here in the 8th for the Indians. Gans 0-1, a 6.43 earned run average in 8 appearances.
Now catching.
Kenji Dojima will come in to catch, with Victor Martinez having been run for. Brian Roberts, the switch hitter, will move to the right-hand side.
Leading off for the Orioles, the designated hitter, Brian Roberts.
Roberts is 0 for 3. Fastball misses up high. Closer, Emmanuel Clase, has now started to throw with Paul Shuey. Roberts out into left field, coming on as Brantley puts it away for out number 1. Here's Bobby Grich. Grich is 0 for 3. Rounded out his last time up. Fastball misses down low. Grich fouls that one off. 1-1 the count. Rich turns that one, but fouls that one off, and now the count's 1-2. That one misses down low. 2-2 the count. Hands from the set. Delivers. Fastball misses up and away. Full count. Ken Williams waits on deck. A 3-2 pitch from Gans. Rich grounded a second. Lodge away has it. Throws the first, and there's 2 away. Rich battles, but Gans gets him to ground out. Now here's Ken Williams, 0 for 3, lined out his last time up. Fastball is in for a called strike. Fouled off. Gans ahead of Williams here, 0-2. Been a rough go for Gans so far this year. He hasn't gotten to pitch much. This is a good spot for him, though. Williams slashes it to third. Ramirez gets a glove on it, but can't snare it. It's foul. Good effort there by Jose Ramirez, but couldn't hold on. Williams lives to fight another day. Fouls that one off. Eddie Murray waits on deck. Ball misses up and in. Cutter there. Fouled off. One-two pitch from Gans to Williams. Fouled off another one. Gans rocks and fires. Gets some fishing at the slider. It hits the dirt. Jojima has to dig it out and throw to first, but the side is retired. Terrific job by Judy Gans out of the Indians bullpen. We head to the bottom of the eighth here in Cleveland. It's 3-2 Cleveland. Lodgeway, Ramirez, and Tomei due up.
Your attention, please.
So Clay Carroll will come on for the Orioles. Carroll 2-2, a 1.78 ERA. He has been terrific so far for Baltimore. Here's Lodgeway. He's 1 for 3, a single and an RBI. Also has a run scored.
Second baseman, number 0.
First pitch to Carroll, the fastball at the knees for strike one. Fastball there. Not sure if they said that Lodgeway failed to hold up or if that was a called strike, but either way, the count is 0-2. Lodgeway fouls off that net. 0-2 pitch. One's foul down the right-hand side. Deals Lodgeway in the center for a base hit. So Lodgeway has his second hit of the ball game as he leads off the bottom of the eighth. Indians in search of an insurance run. Julian Lodgeway continues his fine season here in year 4 of the FSBL. Here's Manny Ramirez, 1 for 2. That one was a 2-run jack. Right now, the hit that has the Indians in front. I think I said before that was the 13th home of the year, 12th home run of the year for Manny. 1-0 slider doesn't slide. Like Remlinger back up throwing for Baltimore with Mark Williamson, the right hand. Remlinger, of course, came over in the offseason trade. Involved a couple other guys, too, but involved primarily Boog Powell going to the Braves. On ball there from Carroll, in for strike one. And he fouls that one off. Carroll got away with one there. You do not want to put an 87-mile-an-hour fastball in that spot to Manny Ramirez. 2-2 the count. Carroll glances over at first, delivers. Manny pops it up. Murray is there, puts it away for the first out.
Now batting, number 25.
So that'll bring up Jim Tomei, 1 for 2. 4 for 9 with a pair of homers in the series. Indians trying to hope that old man Manny Ramirez and Larry Doby to an extent as well. The shake over their slow starts to the season. Tomei, of course, had the walk-off over the White Sox in the last Indians game we broadcast here on the channel. 1-1 here as Carroll works to him. With 1 out, 1 on in the bottom of the 8th. This ball there is a called strike. It's 1-2. 1-2 here as Carroll works to Tolman. Pitch. Fastball misses up and in. Larry Doby waits on deck. Slider there. Tolman lays off. So now the count is full. Carroll deals. Oh my goodness. That's called ball 4, and I don't know where that pitch was supposed to be. That certainly looked like a strike. Instead, Larry Doby is due up. And I think you got to go to the lefty here, rather than leave. I mean, I know Carroll's been terrific. Let's see what the bullpen is. Remwinter's been great too. Bring Remwinter in. I forget. That's right. They beat their Ryan out there also. He hasn't warmed up yet. Remwinter's going to come in for the Orioles.
Your attention, please. Now,
23 appearances. He's 0-2, 1.04. Earned run average. Remwinter has been everything the Orioles hoped for since picking him up in that Powell trade during the offseason. So now, one thing, get another lefty. We get Ryan up throwing, and now we go over to the Indians side. And Doby's had a rough go. Their bench tends to be kind of weak. They got a couple guys who can do something here. Really don't have outfielders there. We don't have anybody else who can play the outfield. And you have a lead. I'm actually going to let Doby. Well, none of those guys can play outfield. Won't let me do that now. It's 0 for 3 today. 227. Oh, pinch hit. All right, so we are. I just have to get the change done, position change in time before the game blocks me out of doing it. Otherwise, it'll lock up because there's no eligible guy to play the outfield. But I can lose the designated hitter, put Manny. But do you really want to put Manny in the outfield in a one-run game? That's the other problem. How are these guys hitting this year? You know what? Let's look at that. Keltner was just called up. He hasn't done anything. Sewell doesn't have a lot of at-bats, but he's hit well. Rosen, 258. Doby's a really good outfielder too. You know what? We're actually going to let Doby hit for himself. If they weren't winning, that'd be different. But since they have the lead, keeping Doby's outfield defense in there instead of putting Manny out in the field in a one-run game. We're going to let Doby hit for himself here. First pitch fastball from Remwinter swung on in this. Slider away. Remwinter quickly ahead of Doby, 0-2 here. Swung on and missed. Good morning, good afternoon, good night. Remwinter blows Doby away. And there's 2 away here in the bottom of the 8th. Here's Jose Ramirez. Ramirez is 0 for 3. Switch hitter will bat from the right-hand side. That ball there is a call strike. That fastball misses inside. That one down the right field line, slicing away, shot and range is over, puts it away, and the side is retired. So good job by Remlinger to get out of the jam. We head to the top of the ninth. Orioles trail by 1, 3-2 here in Cleveland. Then Emmanuel Clase will come on for the Indians. Clase has struggled, 0-4, 6.35 ERA in 20 appearances. He has blown 4 saves. Clase has been terrific through the first 3 years of the FSBL, but he has had a rough go here, like seemingly just about everybody else on the Indians. He will start off facing Eddie Murray, who did that his last time up. This is a big one for Clase and for the Indians. Clase blows this save. The Indians are going to have to ask themselves some tough questions. First pitch fastball swung on and missed. Fastball there. That was inside. Murray swings and fouls it off, though. Clase quickly ahead of Murray, 0-2. Got him with the cutter. 1, 2, 3, and away goes Eddie Murray. One down here in the top of the ninth. Clase not trying to get cute there. Fastball, cutter. One down, here's Vern Stevens. Stevens is 1 for 3. First pitch swinging, he pops it up on the infield. Jose Ramirez underneath. Puts it away, and the Orioles are down to their final out. But Stevens tried to jump on that first pitch. Clase has come out pitching aggressively here. Here's Machado. He's 1 for 3. Single and a run scored. Machado is, after a very slow start, has swung a very good bat for the last month. First pitch fastball at the knees for strike 1. Cutter misses down low. One pitch. Down the right field line, slicing foul. Orioles down to their final strike. 1-2 the count. Clase gets the sign. Delivers. Slider misses away. 2-2 the count. Clase deals. Fastball swung on and missed. He gasses him with a high fastball. That's the best we've seen Clase look this season. Looking much more like the pitcher of the last few years. And the Indians look like the team of the last few years as they pick up a victory. 3-2 here over the Orioles. Terrific job there by Clase and the Tribe. They got the 3 runs in the third and made it stand up. You've seen Napoleon Lajoie. Lajoie with 2 hits on the day. There's Manny with the 2-run jack. That ball got out of here in a hurry. There's Murray's home run. Murray's home run made it 3-2. That was as close as the Orioles would get. That is just nasty stuff right there from Emmanuel Clase. And he does it again. So the Tribe take 2 of 3 from the Orioles. Coveleski gets the win. Mussina takes the loss. Clase his 15th save. Coveleski, 7 innings, allowed 2 earned runs, 3 strikeouts, 2 walks, 4 hits. Solid outing for Coveleski, who has not gotten much run support this year. Didn't get much today either, but he got enough. Mussina takes the loss, 5 innings, 5 hits, 3 runs, a strikeout, a couple of walks. Manny Ramirez gets player of the game honors for his 2-run homer. Back there in the third. Lajoie had the RBI as well. Eddie Murray went deep for Baltimore. Rick Dempsey had an RBI on a walk. And that is how it wraps up here in Cleveland. 3 runs, 8 hits, 1 error for the Indians. 2 runs, only 4 hits, no errors for the Orioles. And that concludes our ball game. Greatly appreciate you all tuning in. Bang that like button if you haven't as of yet. Subscribe if you haven't as of yet. And most importantly, everybody, be good to each other. And we'll talk soon. The Indians take down the Orioles 3-2